Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the Clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Guys, I am so sorry. I am sweaty. I am tired. Everything is happening in one body and I have to do this as well. I am so sorry. My video is going to be a little bit different today because I just got in right now and it is 7:45 p.m. right now. The reason why I am late is because 1, load shedding, 2, I was stuck in traffic, 3, I had a meeting with my YouTube manager who wants me to do something because I belong to a community of creators. So tomorrow we are having a meeting. So she asked that I do something in the meeting. It's more like an address in the meeting. So that is what took most of my time. However, though, I am here, but as I am here trying to catch my breath, please do me a favor, guys. I don't understand people that just watch the video and do not press the like button. Guys, pressing the like button is not going to cost you a cent. It does not cost you even an effort. All you do is just click the like button and you are done, and then you continue watching. I don't understand why you would have 7,000 people that have watched and only 500 likes. That does not make sense to me. Guys, this is a lot of work that we put in. As you guys can tell, I have a 9 to 5, and then from there I had to do this and do that and still have to provide videos for you. Please do me that favor. Just click the like button. Just do that. That's the first thing that I think you should do the moment you get a notification from my channel. Just click the like button, forget about it, and then continue watching. So the video is going to be a little bit different today. I'm just going to read directly from my script. Because I do not have the time to memorize what I want to say that I've written on my script. Yes, I do memorize my script. Sometimes it's like 50 pages long. You see why I need your like? Because of this hard work that we go through. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the Senzo Mewa murder trial at the North Gauteng High Court, where the witness, which is a Mamfundisi fake, that is busy lying through her teeth, and today she's taking a position of adamancy. She is adamant that this is what had happened. And I think she is watching our videos because today she tried to be as firm as she can, not to sound nervous or as if she's lying. But still, the effort that she was putting in, it was still showing that, sis, you're lying. You are lying through your teeth. And for me, it's the audacity when she actually disputed what the AVL report is going to say about some route. And another thing that I found quite interesting, which we are going to come across in this video, is her familiarity with Katlehong and the surrounding areas. I found that to be very interesting. But anyways, guys, like I said, I'm just going to be reading raw from my script. And it starts by saying, the heading is cross-examination. So Mngomezulu took the witness through her career history up to 2007, where she completed her training, to when she was placed in Katlehong police station up to 2013, when she was promoted to the provincial office. Mngomezulu proceeded to ask her about the time of 2007 and 2013. Where was she residing? In Katlehong. Of course, the witness refused to answer that question. She said, I can't say that. It was the attitude for me, the way she said it as well. Mngomezulu assures her that he does not want to reveal her address, but wanted to know if she resided nearby her work. Advocate Baloyi stood up and said to the court she is dealing with sensitive matters, which got the judge actually confirming as well, and Judge Rata agreed with the state, saying this witness, she's dealing with cold cases, or cold case unit, which includes Sergeant Mukhanu, and dealing with intelligence matter. And I did write a little note on the side where I said, if I may ask, was there anything given to the court that was going to warn or at least give the court a heads up about some of the witnesses that are going to take the stand, especially those that come from the cold case, that some of the cases that they are working on, the court should not allow them being put on record, or they are working with intelligence, or there are intelligence, or whatever the case might be around classified information that they may not want to be publicized in an open court. I would like to know that if such thing was given to the judge in the pretrial conference. Because I find that this excuse about intelligence is just to divert or mislead the court or shut the defense down. Advocate Mngomezulu continued by withdrawing the question, so he no longer asked her about her residency in Katlehong or nearby so that she could be closer to work between 2007 and 2013. However, asked this question differently by asking the witness if she is familiar with the area of Katlehong and surroundings. The witness confirmed that she is familiar with the area and its surroundings, which is quite interesting how she answers thereafter when the questions were getting tough. Mngomezulu then wanted to know if she was going to be able to assist the court with the knowledge that she has of the area. Example, if you are driving from N12 joining N3 and you are driving to Katlehong, which off-ramp are you going to use? After a 8-second pause, yes, I did count, the witness responded with, I think it's Heidelberg Road R554, she said. Then, kwasuka lokho. The argument which led to the witness all confused about the area she told the court that she was familiar with, to a point where she wanted to give the court her own version of movement in Katlehong and its surroundings. This is where Advocate Mngomezulu was pressing on her about the Katlehong itself. As you go into Katlehong, which route are you going to take and what is on this side? And she was like all confused. For a person that has been working in Katlehong for so many years, possibly even living there, she doesn't know all the entries and exits of that area and its surroundings. I think she was playing dumb because she knew where this question was going to regarding the open felt that is not far from a garage where accused number 2 says he was abused. She responded by saying that she was not aware of such a plant. I was like, nah, ma'am, that's a lie. That's a lie. Brace yourself, I wrote a little note. Brace yourself, members of the clan, because this question was asked in so many ways. Mamfundisi was lying through her teeth just to avoid the open space when Danzi was assaulted. There were times when the witness would obfuscate, all to avoid knowledge of the assault or the accusation of assault of Ndanzi. When she was obfuscating was when she wanted to take the wheel and say, can I tell it my own way? If you are in Katlehong, where you enter and all that stuff, in my mind, I'm like, ma'am, you should know that this is the officer of the court and you do not ask questions or change any version. Answer the question. She was acting dumb. So I do make a note of this circulation. I say this went on for a good 15 minutes to a point that Judge Rata started seeking clarity from Mngomezulu. The part about this question and the obfuscation of the witness will be answered by the AVL report on Thursday. Basically, I just summarized that whole debate about the area and the surroundings that, hey, let's listen to Dupree on Thursday when it comes with the AVL report so that you can put it to this witness who is acting dumb that indeed these places do exist. Advocate Mngomezulu stated as a fact in court that the AVL is going to prove a dumping site by the BP garage. Advocate Mngomezulu then went for the witness's jugular, which got the judge making funny facial expressions and ended up asking Mngomezulu to confirm a confirmation question, which Mngomezulu stuck to his gun to put it to the witness. He said, and I quote him, I will assist you, but not in terms of placing evidence. It's what will also reflect in the AVL report that there is a dumping site as you're driving towards Alberton. Advocate Baloy stood up on objection and said there's no such evidence that is placed in court regarding the AVL. I said, yeah, that's true. You're correct. I see what Mngomezulu was also trying to do to kind of like scare the witness by, plant like a second guessing of herself that, ooh, if I say something here, what if the AVL says something else? I got Mngomezulu's strategy there. Mngomezulu then stated to the court that we are waiting a report by the expert, and such report will demonstrate, because this is when Judge Rata kind of like interjected and said, so you've received the report, asking Mngomezulu. Then Mngomezulu responds to the judge to say the report has not yet been received. Then the judge continued to engage Mngomezulu and said, so where do you get your information from? If the report is not yet received from Mr. Dupree, then where do you get that information from? That makes you speak with certainty that the AVL would demonstrate, because you are putting this as a fact. Mngomezulu then stood on the witness's jugular and pressed on by saying, I am putting it as a fact, and it will remain a fact, because I've indicated that I cannot be a witness in the description of the place, but it will be a fact that will be discovered with the AVL report that this exists. Once again, I got what Mngomezulu was doing there, and I think he does have the coordinates and basically a full report of everything that they had mandated Dupree to do. Remember, also some South Africans, they use their own resources to basically map up or place on the map these coordinates, and then they submitted them to Advocate Mngomezulu or the defense team for that matter. I understand that also accused number 3's sister, or accused number 2's sister, did also do her own mapping of the coordinates, and I think that what he was talking on. And also, I think it was also a strategy for Dupree not to even try it, because they already have solid reports that they've conducted on their own, or somebody conducted for them, or somebody submitted to them and said, this coordinate report must match that of Dupree on Thursday. So I'm not quite sure what that whole thing was about, but I suspect, using my 2 IQs, that it may have been a strategy on Mngomezulu's side, directing it indirectly to Dupree that don't try it. Just don't try it. Judge then said, that's fine. Mngomezulu then continued to put it to the witness that there is a dumping site. The witness simply answered with, I hear you. This is now my little 2 IQs, where I say she knew that she could no longer hold on to playing dumb about the existence of the dumping site and the torture of Ntanzi in that dumping site. Mngomezulu pressed on about the area until the judge asked where Mngomezulu was going with his line of questioning. This is what the judge said. What are you trying to establish? Because now you are taking, for the past 15 minutes, you are talking about roads, something must happen somewhere there. So basically it was like, please hurry up, tell us what happened there, instead of wasting time on what you are trying to put to the witness. Mngomezulu responded by saying to the court, may I indicate this? According to the witness of the state, I got this opportunity for the witness because she's familiar with Katlehong. Judge then said, but she says she is not sure whether there is a, and then he says something, he interjected on his own self, and then he continues to say, because I thought that's the crux of your examination. She is not sure. Mngomezulu says the crux of the matter will be relevant towards what is contained in the AVL report. There is no any other witness that can confirm the geographical position of that area other than this witness. The judge then said, what about the AVL? The AVL will then, this is when the judge once again interjected and said she can't confirm the AVL. The AVL confirms her with her evidence. She says she's not aware of a dumping site. Mngomezulu continued to say to the judge, I've already put it to her that there is a dumping site and I've moved on, and the report will come and prove that. Judge said, okay, Ngomezulu then went back to the witness and says, I'm now moving to areas that are mentioned in the AVL. The previous witness, Mr. Mukhanu, has given evidence relating to Colleen Street and other relevant streets that are in the AVL. The judge said, okay, continue. I liked how the judge was behaving. Even his interjections, I thought they were also justifiable at some point. But where I did not like it was when he came to basically speak for the witnesses, but she said she's not aware of the still side or the dumping side. I thought, that's not for you, judge. That's not for you at all, because at some point, there's a part where I actually catch him. Then why aren't you asking the same question to the witness when she says something? And we'll get to that part later on in the video. So Ngomezulu then gets to the gist of the matter. Starting on the 30th of May 2020, you were in Tembisa, is that correct? Asking the witness. The witness agreed that she was in Tembisa on the 30th of May 2020. According to your evidence, Ngomezulu says, you were allocated a docket under case number 217-03-2019 by Brigadier Gininda. Is that so? She says, yes, she agrees. Ngomezulu then asked the witness, was it the first time that you received the docket in December 2020? A long pause before answering the question. The witness responded by saying, I don't understand the counsel. Ngomezulu then sought to rephrase the question to the judge. And this is when the judge came in as well and said, she started off by saying on the 30th of May 2020, they are in Tembisa, and you handed the docket 217-03-2019. The location in the mind of this witness is 30 May. Now you are saying on the 29th, 2023, are you with me? I was like, I'm not quite sure what the judge is saying here. I don't think he also realized what he was saying, but Ngomezulu kindly kind of like drew the picture to the judge and said, in the question is, when Brigadier Gininda allocated a docket under case number 217-03-2019, it was in December 2019. Do you agree? The witness says, no, I don't agree. I was like, but didn't what? Maybe I misunderstood you. Because I think in her evidence in chief, she said exactly this. Anyways, let's continue. Ngomezulu then wanted to know, then when was it allocated to you? I think this is another note as well that I wrote on the side. I said, I think she was being cautious because she wasn't sure what did Ngomezulu know about this docket that she wanted to lie about under oath. So she thought, if I give a no answer, what if I get caught? What if I give a yes answer? What if I get caught? So she bravely said, this is the witness now. She says, it was in November 2019. I was like, oh yeah, I remember now. It was not December. It was November 2019. Ngomezulu continued to say, was it the first time you had received it, the docket? I think this is, and then I made another note and I said, I think this is where she was probably saying to herself or asking herself, what does he know? But decided to take the chance anyway and answer. This is the witness respond. It was the first time I received it, the docket. And this is where I continued to write side notes as well. I said the mouse had trapped itself because what came out of her response, Ngomezulu dropped a bombshell. And then Ngomezulu continued to cross-examine the witness and says, did you familiarize yourself with the content of the docket before you investigated what was in the docket? The witness agreed that that's exactly what she did. Ngomezulu then asked the witness if she was in possession of the docket. She said yes, she does have it. Ngomezulu then continued, wanted to know the date of offense alleged to have been committed. The witness read the 19th of March 2019. Ngomezulu wanted to confirm with the witness that at the time she was not yet assigned the docket. The witness confirmed that indeed she was still not allocated the docket. Mngomezulu wanted to know if the matter was ever taken for a decision to the senior public prosecutor, or as he called it, SPP. The witness answered and said it was me who took the docket for a decision. Mngomezulu then continued to cross-examine her and asked her, did it fall under cold cases? The witness confirmed that it indeed did fall under cold cases. Mngomezulu then continued to want to know from her why she said that. The witness then responded by saying, it was still unresolved or unsolved when I received the docket. And then in my mind, I was like, okay, I think the defense need to actually get themselves in the picture regarding cold cases. They must ask all the cold cases witnesses that are going to take the stand, including this particular witness, about what constitutes a cold case and what sort of cases that can be considered as cold cases. And furthermore, they must ask about the definition of a cold case, because I cannot imagine a drug case that was not resolved 2 years ago to be a cold case. And maybe I got my wires all crossed. I don't know. But something we need to understand about the cold case unit. We need to know what constitutes a cold case and what's the definition of a cold case, and if the Senzo Meyiwa is considered a cold case. Mngomezulu wanted to know if it was the only docket allocated to the witness, which that fell under cold cases in that month of November. The witness responded by saying, I cannot remember if it was the only docket, but what I know is that I have other dockets that I have investigated that are currently in court for trial. In my mind, I was like, basically, in a nutshell, I was saying, some innocent kids maybe are experiencing the same thing that accused number one are experiencing, with smeared charges. Mngomezulu then wanted to know from the witness that when she took this matter, a decision to the SPP, was there any suspect that was arrested prior to taking the docket? Was there any person arrested? The witness then drops a bombshell. Remember the bombshell I was telling you guys about earlier? Well, here it is, because she confirms that indeed there was a person arrested in connection with dockets 21703-2019. In her own words, she said, in the dockets, there is information that there was a suspect that was arrested. And then the interpreter complained about a fly that was bothering them. And in my mind, I'm like, it's because of the stinking lies that this lady is telling. So the fly was circulating, attracted to the lies. Mngomezulu pressed on about the person that was arrested. The person that was arrested, what happened? When was he arrested? The witness responded by saying, the person was arrested on the 19th of March 2019. He was taken to court. However, the matter was not placed on the court's roll due to the fact that the items which were found in the possession of the suspect were supposed to be analyzed by forensic science laboratory to confirm that it was indeed the drugs that he possessed. Let me guess. They were also in a black plastic bag, right? But at the same time, I was not quite sure what suspect they were talking about. Was it still accused number one, which is Moses Sibia, or somebody else? Well, we get the answer. Mngomezulu then wanted to know if there were any summons that were served upon that suspect that was not placed on the court's roll. Witness then gave an excuse. There were no summons served on suspect. Mngomezulu then tells the witness that he just wanted to establish the legitimacy of the J50, which is the warrant of arrest. Where does it come from? Why was it issued? The witness continued to drop more bombshells by saying, it was issued because I requested the court to take a decision and also allayed bases on the application of the J50 to be authorized. Ngomezulu then wanted to know the name of her suspect on the docket 217/03 of 2019. The witness, without hesitation, shouted, Muzi Sibiya. That was funny. Ngomezulu then wanted to know the address of the suspect. What was it? Witness read the address as 1818 Vusimuzi, section Tembisa. Hold that in mind. The witness responded by giving the address as 1818 Vusimuzi, section Tembisa. Ngomezulu then continued to cross-examine her. When the matter was not placed on the roll, you said you brought an application. Is that what you said? The witness said, that's correct. Ngomezulu then continued to ask, can you tell the court the nature of your application? How did you bring the application? The witness said, I made a statement for a decision to be taken on the matter, and I also had indicated in my statement that accused number 1 could not be found. I looked at Ngomezulu's face, which looked horrified when she answered that question. Ngomezulu continued, when was it? Was it after November 2019 or before November 2019? And this is where I got a little bit confused, because her response was, I made my application in December 2020. I even have it here on like capital. Huh? What? Because I was like, okay. Ngomezulu, perhaps, do you still have the affidavit? Is there affidavit attached to your docket? The witness said, correct. Ngomezulu then continued to ask her, did you visit the address prior to making of your application to find out whether accused number 1 still resided in that address provided? The witness said, that's correct. This is my little note as well. This is where I rub my little IQs. Whenever I listen, I would write notes on my script, where I said as well, I think she's lying as she needed the decision to make without any hinges. Yeah, the reason why she had to lie that they could not find him is so that the court is persuaded in issuing J50 or the warrant of arrest. If she says that she was given the wrong address, perhaps the SPP will grant her the warrant of arrest. It's game on. Then she continued to basically answer Ngomezulu and said, the address was visited by my colleague and he gave me feedback. So again, I wrote a little note where I said, so she sent the colleague to come back with hearsay information? Okay, I see. Ngomezulu wanted to know the name of the colleague, and she answered Sergeant Mabena, the late Sergeant Mabena. And a thought crossed my mind, and I'm like, was Mabena's death an accident for real? No, again, guys, this is just me and my opinion and my wild mind. I was like, wasn't it foul play so that they can use him as a scapegoat since he can no longer come and answer for himself? That was what was running across my mind, and I'm not saying this is true. This is just me and my 2 IQs and my mind running wild. I was like, oh, he's going to be a scapegoat. Maybe that's why he had to go. Ngomezulu then asked for the return of service or summons. The witness then said, I did mention earlier that I did not have any summons. However, my colleague went to check if the suspect was staying in the same address. And also, I have discovered that actually accused number 1 gave the police a false address. Once again, I made my notes and I said, at this point, I'm like, okay, now I see how they wanted the victim to pin this murder trial on, seen as a liar, invader of the court, and possibly defeating the ends of justice by giving false information to the police. And this was going to justify them in their sick minds that they don't need a search warrant because he was located in Tembisa. So that is why they were able to break into his house once they got him without a warrant to search his place. That was my little note. I was like, all this is about the search warrant. Since they got the arresting warrant, what about the search warrant? So that they can plant the evidence, according to me, allegedly. Okay, allegedly, according to my two accused. Ngomezulu then said, on the 30th of May 2020, when you found accused number 1 in company of 2 other gentlemen, you went to his place where he resides. Remember you saying that? The witness confirmed that she did say that. But the way she said it with a discomfort in her voice. I don't know if you've noticed. That's because she's lying. Ngomezulu then questioned her about the address, the RDP house with shacks. The witness responded by confirming the address as 818 Vusimuzi section, Tembisa. I'm like, wait a minute. Remember I say hold that in mind, where I actually repeated the address being 181, 1818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa. But now she's saying is 818, not 1818. Vusimuzi section in Tembisa. Ngomezulu says, I am putting it to you that that is the wrong address. The correct address is 1818. 1818 is the address that reflects in the docket. So this is where I was so relieved to be like, yeah, that's what she said was in the beginning, that it was 1818 Vusimuzi section Tembisa. What is with 818 now? But I get the strategy as well. I get the strategy. You are in court, you are caught, and now you need to kind of outmaneuver your lies. The witness said the address is not 1818. It is 818 Vusimuzi section Tembisa. Accused number 1 raised his hand. So the interpreter sees Muzi raising his hand, and of course Ngomezulu goes and consults, and then he comes back with instructions and put it to the witness that his instructions are that the witness is misleading the court. The address that accused number 1 is residing at presently prior to his arrest, says Ngomezulu, is 1818 Vusimuzi section, same address which was used when he was arrested for the allegations of dealing in drugs. The witness was adamant that the address which she had verified, also written even on the outside of the RDP house wall, it was 818, not 1818. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, chances are with all the heavy rains, maybe the one got faded out, or the paint is peeling off, or whatever the case is. Then Ngomezulu sought permission from the court or the judge if he could refer to the witness exhibit 00 on page 7. Okay, we don't have the bundle, so we don't know what that is, but he did say it is the charge sheet. The witness confirmed that indeed it is. Then Ngomezulu wanted the witness to look at the 8th of June. So do you see the appearance there? There is written prosecution underneath, is defense. Do you see that? The witness confirmed that she does see it, and the defense is accused. Do you see that? The witness confirmed that she does see it. Can you please read the number that is written there? The whole information given under defense line. This is when the witness read 1818 Vusimuzi Squatter Camp. Ngomezulu requested the witness to proceed. The witness continued to read, accused resides with Uncle Ntuli. Ngomezulu wanted to know who gave this information to the court. The witness responded by saying that it was accused number 1. Ngomezulu then put it to the witness and said, "Can you now see that there is no reason for this accused to mislead the court about the address 1818 Vusimuzi section, Tembisa?" The witness was adamant and even said, "I still reiterate that the address that I visited on that day with accused number 1, it was 818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa." And then again, I write my little notes. Rabima to accuse. This is the point that I had thought that judge, So basically, this is the part where I'm like, but judge, be fair. When Advocate Ngomezulu was pressing the witness about the area in Katlehong, she said she's not aware of a dumping site. Now it is Moses Sibia's turn. He lives in 1818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa. And this person, the witness, is adamant that he lives in 818. Why doesn't the judge come in and say to the witness, listen, you can't argue with the person that lives there. This is his house. Why are you adamant that it's a different address? But the judge was quiet. This is what I write in my notes about my observation of the judge. This is the point that I thought the judge was going to interject and address the witness, telling her that, but this is what the accused say, because he resides in 1818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa, just like he did earlier, talking to Ngomezulu, that the witness said that she didn't know of any dumping site. Now, why is he quiet when clearly the witness is trying to force down and address that accused number 1 does not reside at? Well, anyways, Ngomezulu continued to question the witness. It is your evidence that you never visited the address before. It was visited by your colleague, Mr. Mabana, and you brought an application with such information that you got from Mr. Mabana. Is that so? The witness confirmed by saying that's correct. As I'm saying, she continued that I did go and visit the address, which is 818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa. It was not 1818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa. Then Ngomezulu then put a little, I think, something for her to think about and worry about, and said, so that application that you brought to court was brought on a hearsay evidence from Mr. Mabana. Do you confirm that? I thought she was going to deny it, and lo and behold, I was shocked at her admission. She confirmed that indeed it was a hearsay information or evidence that got her the J50. She did continue to say, however, I still say that I did not visit address which is 1818 Vusimuzi section, but I visited 818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa. Unfortunately, at this point, as Ngomezulu was continuing with his cross-examination, I had load shedding in my work area. And we don't have a backup generator or inverter in the building. So, of course, I think that this is where I would leave it and maybe give you small of my thoughts as to exactly what I thought of today's cross-examination. I think Advocate Ngomezulu did a great job pinning her against the wall. She cracked a number of times, and now she is like a broken record about the address of accused number 1. Accused number 1, if he says, I live in 1818, you cannot now relocate him to a different house at a different location altogether. If this is what he said, that is what he said. Even the docket says that, including the charge sheet, gives 1818 Vusimuzi section in Tembisa. I think at this point, she's really trying to run away from J50 being a legitimate or a lawful document to conduct an arrest on accused number one. So chances are accused number one is going to get off scot-free because his arrest may have been an unlawful arrest. That is what I think the line of cross-examination Mr. Mgomezulu was going with. If he does go along those lines, of course, the judge, after hearing what he was hearing, because there was some point where he was shaking his head and he was looking at the witness with absolute disbelief. Like, where did they get you, ma'am? Honestly speaking, where did they get you? Because the stuff that you are saying just don't make sense. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel and supporting it financially. I highly appreciate you guys so much. I did see your comment, Anna Muhapi, where you asked about a join button. I will put the join button in 2024. Right now, I'm just, also trying to find my feet around my channel, even though the channel has been around for a minute now. But I will put the join button sometime next year. But in January, definitely you will see it, where I will actually post exclusive content. Actually, I might actually put it in December. Hey, I might put it in December and then I will create exclusive content. Maybe stuff that outside of what I'm doing, maybe something else. We'll see. We'll discuss it and you guys will give me a direction as to what you want to see. Anyways, guys, let's continue to share this video far and wide. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what did you think about today's court. What do you think of the trial today? Also, when you come across other YouTubers' channels and videos, smash the like button, subscribe to their channels. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time with a new video. Goodbye.